A chill wind blows. It carries whispers from the east, tales of a shadowy organization. They are the Bratva, Russia's ruthless mafia. Their name whispers fear into the hearts of men. These are not mere gangsters. They are inheritors of a dark legacy, one that stretches back to the Tsar's prisons. Their history is written in blood and vodka. The Bratva operate in the shadows. They control a vast criminal empire. Their reach extends far beyond Russia. To truly understand them, one must delve into their dark heart. The story of the Bratva begins in the Tsar's prisons. These were places of despair and brutality, where the walls echoed with the cries of the damned. Here, hardened criminals formed their own society. They were men who had nothing to lose and everything to gain by banding together. Vory v Zakone, they called themselves, thieves in law. This title was not just a name but a badge of honor, a symbol of their defiance against the system. This criminal underworld had its own laws, its own rituals. They created a parallel society within the prison walls, one that operated on its own terms. Tattoos became marks of rank, each telling a story of crime and punishment. These intricate designs were more than just ink, they were a language, a code understood by those within the Brotherhood. Life was cheap. Trust was earned through violence. In this harsh world, only the strongest and most ruthless could survive. The fall of the Tsar did little to diminish their power. In fact, it only served to strengthen their resolve and expand their influence. Instead, the chaos of revolution provided fertile ground. The upheaval allowed them to extend their reach beyond the prison walls into the very fabric of Russian society. The Vory thrived in the shadows. They became masters of the underworld, their influence spreading like a dark web across the land. They became the Bratva, a brotherhood bound by blood and vodka. This bond was unbreakable, forged in the fires of hardship and sealed with loyalty. Their grip on Russia tightened. The Bratva's influence was felt in every corner of the country, from the bustling cities to the remote villages. They were a force to be reckoned with, a shadowy power that operated in the dark, yet controlled so much of the light. To join the Bratva is not to simply join a gang, it is to enter a world of dark rituals and ancient oaths. Initiation is a brutal affair. Recruits, often teenagers, must prove their loyalty. They may be forced to commit a crime, to kill without hesitation. Their bodies become canvases for the Vory's intricate tattoos. These tattoos are not mere decoration. They are a language, telling the story of the wearer's crimes and status. To wear them is to embrace a life of darkness. The Bratva's power rests on a system of fear and loyalty. At the heart of this system lies the Krysha. It is a form of protection racket, but also a twisted social contract. Businessmen, politicians, even ordinary citizens seek the Bratva's protection. In return, they pay a hefty price. Failure to pay means facing the Bratva's wrath. The Krysha is the lifeblood of the Bratva. It fuels their vast criminal enterprises. It also ensnares countless individuals in a web of corruption. Section 5. The Wages of Betrayal. Betrayal is the ultimate sin in the Bratva. To cross the Brotherhood is to sign one's own death warrant, and the Bratva's methods of punishment are nothing short of legendary. Stories abound of gruesome executions, victims buried alive, their screams silenced by earth. Others disappear, their fates whispered in hushed tones. The fear of retribution is a powerful weapon. It keeps the Bratva's members in line. It also silences those who would dare to speak out against them. Section 6. Tentacles of the Beast. The collapse of the Soviet Union did not weaken the Bratva. Instead, it unleashed them upon the world. They infiltrated the newly capitalist economies. They forged alliances with other criminal organizations. From the streets of New York to the casinos of Las Vegas, the Bratva's tentacles reach far and wide. They traffic in drugs, weapons, and human beings. They launder billions of dollars through a complex web of shell companies and offshore accounts. Section 7. The Ice Queen and the Tsar. In the shadowy underworld of organized crime, two figures stand out like icy beacons in the night. The Bratva is a brotherhood, but even within its ranks there are those who rise to legendary status. These men are not just criminals, they are icons of power and fear. One such figure is Griselda Blanco, the godmother of cocaine. Known for her ruthless tactics and unyielding ambition, Blanco's name became synonymous with the drug trade. A ruthless Colombian drug lord, Blanco forged a deadly alliance with the Bratva. Her operations were marked by extreme violence and a relentless pursuit of power. She flooded the United States with cocaine, her empire built on violence and intimidation. Blanco's reign of terror left a trail of blood and chaos in its wake. Then, there's Semion Mogilevich, the brainy Don. Unlike Blanco, Mogilevich's power lies in his intellect and strategic mind. A shadowy figure with a genius-level intellect, Mogilevich is believed to control a vast criminal empire. His operations are complex, involving intricate financial schemes and global networks. His tentacles reach into finance, energy, and even nuclear materials. Mogilevich's influence is felt in the darkest corners of the world, where his cunning and ruthlessness make him a formidable adversary. Together, the Ice Queen and the Tsar represent the dual faces of organized crime, brute force and cold calculation. Their stories are a testament to the lengths some will go to achieve power and control. In the world of the Bratva, legends are born from blood and intellect, and the legacies of Blanco and Mogilevich continue to cast long, dark shadows. Section 8. Rituals of the Underworld. The Bratva are creatures of habit and ritual. They meet in dimly lit restaurants and smoke-filled bathhouses. They seal their deals with a shot of vodka and a solemn toast. But beneath the veneer of normalcy lies a dark heart. The Bratva's rituals are often steeped in superstition and violence. They believe in fortune-tellers and curses. They are known to consult with magicians before undertaking major operations. They believe that spilling blood can appease their dark gods. Section 9. Fear and Silence. The Bratva's Grip. The Bratva thrives on fear. It is their most potent weapon. They silence their enemies with threats and violence. They intimidate witnesses and corrupt officials. Journalists who dare to investigate their activities often meet untimely ends. Police officers who get too close find themselves transferred or worse. This culture of fear has a chilling effect on society. People are afraid to speak out. They are afraid to cooperate with authorities. They are afraid to even acknowledge the Bratva's existence. Section 10. The Unseen Empire. The true extent of the Bratva's power is unknown. They operate in the shadows, their influence felt but rarely seen. They control vast swaths of the Russian economy. Their tentacles reach into politics, media, and law enforcement. They are a state within a state, a shadow government with its own laws and its own enforcers. Some believe that the Bratva poses a greater threat to Russia than any foreign enemy. They are a cancer eating away at the heart of the nation. Section 11. A Haunting Reality. In the shadows of our world, there exists a force so sinister, so pervasive, that it defies the boundaries of fiction and reality. The Bratva is not a myth. These men, cloaked in darkness, operate with a precision and ruthlessness that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. They are not a figment of Cold War paranoia. Their roots run deep, entwined with the very history of modern Russia, born from the chaos and fear of a bygone era. They are a very real and present danger. Their influence stretches into the darkest corners of society, where they thrive on fear and control. They are a global criminal enterprise with a reach that extends far beyond the borders of Russia. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet suburbs of Europe, their presence is felt. Their story is a chilling reminder that monsters are real. They lurk in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They walk among us, hidden in plain sight. In the crowded streets, in the bustling markets, they blend seamlessly, their true intentions masked by a facade of normalcy. They whisper in the ears of politicians, Their influence extends into the highest echelons of power where decisions are swayed and policies are manipulated to serve their dark purposes. They launder money through our banks. The financial systems we trust are not immune to their corruption, as they funnel illicit gains through legitimate channels. And the most terrifying thing of all? Their reach is growing, their power expanding, and their methods becoming more sophisticated. They are just getting started. The storm is brewing and the world is unprepared for the chaos that is about to unfold. The Bratva's reign of fear is far from over. With each passing day, their grip tightens, their influence spreads, and their actions become bolder. It has only just begun. The haunting reality of their existence is a stark reminder that the battle against this shadowy force is far from over. The world must remain vigilant, for the true horror lies not in what we know, but in what we have yet to uncover.